and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video. Today I'm doing a video on my experience at conventions, where I've done some stuff there. This is a bit more of a, for lack of a better term, personal video, I guess. I mean, well, no, I mean, let me start over. I think me doing this video is more personal reason as to me doing this video, and what I mean by that is like I just want to make this sort of video because in X amount of years time I just want to archive this so I could look back on it to remember these experiences, even though the irony is that I should have probably done this sooner because it's already quite a few years ago since my first convention that I went to. Back in 1987. No, not quite, but yeah, it was the first one I went to was. So yeah, this video will be titled "My Experiences at Conventions Part 1", because ideally it maybe will be like a series of videos I do as I hopefully keep going to conventions and that over the years. And whatnot. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the first one I went to was Sheffield Comic Con back in 2015. It's kind of weird because the sort of recommendation and or sort of well, not guideline, but recommendation for newcomers to doing stuff like these comic book convention-y type things, or going to them, not I say it as though I'm one of the celebrities there, or one of the people selling merch. I literally am just going as a fan. Of course I am, but the thing is, like, the recommendation is that usually if you're new to these sorts of things, go small in terms of, you know, starting point. Go to a local small Comic-Con type event and or comic book convention, which clearly I didn't do. And I think my first, as I say, my first Comic-Con was Sheffield Comic-Con back in 2015, and it was a blast. I loved it. I went as the Fourth Doctor, of course, or cosplayed as the Fourth Doctor even, and it's just really good vibe and energy. And sure, there was that one person who, from what I remember when me and my mum were going around the place, I think there was one person who was all like hipstery-esque and was all like, these people have really shit costumes or whatever, or nerds and dweebs or whatever the fuck, and that, and you know, the type of person who I expect to, you know, say something horrible in the comment section in this video, was there, but everyone else was really nice. And yeah, it was weird because again it was quite a big event, like a big place. The Sheffield Motor Point Arena it was held at. It was very big, and that so it was very overwhelming, I think, for my first Comic-Con. And it was a blast though. I met someone, this is kind of funny in retrospect now, so I was about to say, I met a person cosplaying as the Sixth Doctor, and then I just remembered, oh yeah, but I also met the Sixth Doctor. So yeah, I met someone cosplaying as Colin Baker's Doctor, but I also met Colin Baker as well, so that was pretty cool. Now that I think about it like that, it's kind of interesting way about going about memory-wise, remembering the experience. But yeah, Colin Baker was super nice. I didn't really ask him any real in particular questions or anything. I just felt really super nervous and awkward because it was my first Comic-Con convention-y type thing. And then there was also my friend Michael from Nerd Central, the YouTube channel Nerd Central. He went to that event as well. I think, I don't know, don't quote me on this, but that might have been the only Comic-Con sort of convention he's gone to as of this recording. I don't think he's gone to any other ones. I'm not 100% sure I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, It was really interesting though because, it was really fun though because he was there, and as I say, there was the cosplayery person who was cosplaying as the Sixth Doctor, and then out of that kind of grew a friendship there, as well as having my other friend Michael there, and we went to this like Doctor Who group thing, got a group photo with them, although the second year really annoyed me because no one told me when they were doing like a big photo shoot thing, but I'll get on to the second year. The other person I got to meet in terms of celebrity type people, or people in Doctor Who at least, was what's his name now? I've forgotten his name, the actor's name, and I feel awful. And it was the guy who played Sergeant Benton. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It might have been Ian Levine, I think. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he was super nice, and that his autograph I think was £10, whereas Colin's was £15, and that. But they were both super nice, and that, really sort of nice people, and that. I think Ian Levine, I think that's his name again, was a bit more approachable in my opinion, whereas Colin wasn't as much. But then again, I don't know, they're just different personalities, and also the fact that like it probably doesn't help on a personal level. I'm not the biggest Sixth Doctor fan as well, but I don't know, like it was great. He was the first Doctor that I'd met, Colin, and that's cool. And just meeting fans and just connecting with people, and just buying merch was always fun, as I like buying merch obviously. And I think either this year, I think the 2015 one was the one where I bought the Doctor Who t-shirt as well as a bunch of other stuff. I'll have probably got a video somewhere about all the merchandise I got there. So fast forward to the next year, and we went to, and this is again in August, so during sort of time off college, this will have been when me and my mum went, and then the next year, Comic-Con 2015, we went to, where did we go? We went to Sheffield Comic-Con again even, so that one was probably a bit well, not better, but better for my anxiety anyway, in terms of the fact that it was lessened because I'd been here before to the to Comic-Con, and that at this point. And then I met Katie Manning, who is plays Jo Grant, so the main Third Doctor's companion. Got her autograph. I think that was either £10 or £15, I can't remember. And then I met the guy who played Winston Churchill as well in Doctor Who, so that was great. I met him and got him a sign. I got them all these signatures I have in my Regenerations box set, which is up there of this recording, because I forgot to actually get it in the video before I started filming. But yeah, so yeah, that was great. And this time around I went as the 11th Doctor, and the guy who, I can't remember his name, I think it's Thomas, off the top of my head, but the guy who cosplayed as the 6th Doctor the year before, this time was the 4th Doctor, but was the season 18 Tom one, which is a shame because I don't particularly like that costume. Not his costume, he did a fantastic job with that costume, more just the costume in the show. But yeah, it was great again, and met a bunch of other people, all like, just sort of, I met Mini Matt Smith and that, and just sort of really enjoyed it. The atmosphere there is really nice and that, but again, it was still really big. Either this time around, I think I might have got the Rick and Morty t-shirt, infamous blue one that I always wear in videos with the silhouette of Rick and Morty going across a green portal. Really love that t-shirt. I either got it from 2016 or 2015 Comic-Con. I got the Doctor Who t-shirt that I'm on about, is the one where it's got all 11 Doctors costumes, and then it's got the TARDIS, and it's a grey t-shirt. Excuse me. And then the last Comic-Con that I've been to is Keighley Comic-Con. I went to that last year, but that one wasn't in August, it was in March. So that was a bit weird, but so it's been a year since I've been to that one, which is weird. Met Sylvester McCoy, who was great, he was awesome. Missed him playing the spoons, however, which is a shame. And that he was great though, he was a nice little chap. And I think his autograph, however, thus far is the most expensive and almost I've paid for an autograph, I think at £25, I think, either £20 or £25. But I've got his signature now, so that's cool. So in terms of the Doctors, I only need to meet Tom, Peter and Paul McGann out of the Doctors that I can meet over here in the UK, because it's mainly just the classics Doctors who are usually at the do the convention circuits here, and that, which I don't mind, because I really do like all the classic Doctors for different reasons and that, and they're all great guys, and that from my experiences with them at Comic-Con type adventure events even. The Keighley Comic-Con one was a lot more local, the other two were a lot bigger, this one was a lot smaller, a lot more sort of, I was going to say niche, but it had more like a homely vibe and that, and it was the first time Keighley had done a Comic-Con. It was more local. We got, well, I was about to say we got the bus. Instead of getting the train, my mum just drove, and this time it was a lot more, as I say, local. The only person that I met was Sylvester McCoy, whereas previous years I'd met two people and that, but that's because clearly the other Sheffield one, I think at the 2015 one was their second one, so they'd been doing it, so yeah, they'd been doing it like twice, a year before, so they'd done it 2014, I think, or started in 2014. No, not 2014, sorry. Yeah, 2014 is when they'd have started, getting all the years mixed up. But yeah, it was nice. And then the last thing that I've done is sort of these things called Button Mash with my brother, which is just a little gaming thing which is local to where we live, in the town where we live, and that little gaming event like things. These are cheap to go to, and they're literally just where the main people who own or do the events, or even just set up a bunch of consoles as a bar, and you just pay like £4 or £5 for to enter the place, and then you can go, win competitions, cosplay contests. However, before I forget, the one thing that I do want to note is that with the Keighley Comic-Con one, is that it was the first one where someone actually came up to me to get a picture with me when I was in costume and cosplay, which was my fourth Doctor one, so that was pretty cool. That was nice. Whereas in the Sheffield Comic-Con one, I always felt like I was really shit in terms of my cosplay, whereas I want to say my cosplay wasn't better than everyone's at Keighley Comic-Con, but it was definitely one of the more standout Doctor Who ones, I think, anyway. But yeah, I mean, not to shit on everyone else who was at Keighley Comic-Con or anything, but yeah, these have just been my experiences at conventions so far, and I hope this was enjoyable for you to watch, and yeah, hopefully there'll be a part 2. So far in 2018 I haven't been to another Comic-Con type event, but hopefully at some point I will. So yeah, thanks for watching, comment, rate and subscribe.